what is your advice now, September 2010, to the United States, to the United Kingdom, and other NATO countries fighting in Afghanistan? What should they do to bring this conflict to a satisfactory conclusion?
If we see in the past, we committed three. When I say we, it is United States, the West, generally, and Pakistan has been always together with the West. We've committed three big blunders. And now we are about to decide something now. The first blunder was 1989, when the Soviets were defeated. The fruits of that victory went to Europe. With Warsaw Pact gone, reunification of Germany, Cold War over, the West wins, East loses. What did Pakistan and Afghanistan get? 25,000 mujahideen who we brought there to fight the Soviets, armed them, sent them in, all in Afghanistan, holed up. No rehabilitation, no resettlement of 25,000 fighters who don't know anything other than fighting and armed to the teeth. That was a big blunder. They coalesced and became Al-Qaeda. Then comes Taliban in 1996. Pakistan recognized the Taliban. Nobody else did. We opened our missions, but we were being reprimanded. We were being told, why are we dealing with my strategy, which I told to President Clinton even in March 2000, when he told me, why are we dealing with the Taliban? I said, I would suggest that you also recognize them. Open your missions in Kabul so that we moderate them from inside. Had that happened, maybe we could have prevented the blowing up of the Buddha statue, or even maybe this Osama bin Laden issue would not have come about. 70, 80 missions, all threatening to quit Afghanistan if they didn't listen. So it's second blunder. Third was the biggest blunder. That is after 9/11, immediately after 9/11. Taliban were defeated with the Northern Alliance. And Northern Alliance is Uzbek, Hazara, Tajiks, minorities. Taliban, all Pakhtuns. Now, having done that, there was a need of a change of strategy, because now when you are planting a civil government in Afghanistan, never in the history of Afghanistan has it been ruled by a non-Pakhtun. And Pakhtuns are 50% of Afghanistan. You cannot ignore a 50% majority and rule Afghanistan with a 9% minority, Panchiris. So there was a requirement of change of strategy. And it was in 2002 that I coined a term, all Taliban are Pakhtuns, but all Pakhtuns are not Taliban. Therefore, I was all along suggesting, let us get Pakhtuns, let us wean away Pakhtuns from the Taliban. And at that time it was easy, because Taliban and Al-Qaeda were all dispersed. They were in Pakistan, mountains and cities, all their command structure shattered, and they were all finished. Easily, from a position of strength, we could have got Pakhtuns in the dominant position in governance in Afghanistan. We didn't do that. That was the biggest blunder. And now, even now, we haven't done it, by the way. And now we are talking of dealing with moderate Taliban. There is no moderate Taliban. This is my belief. There is Taliban or Pakhtun. We cannot, who are the moderate Taliban? I don't know which moderate Taliban they are dealing with. Now is the question of what to do now. We must win. We cannot lose. It will be disaster for the whole world. I would say the first requirement is show resolve. Do not show weakness. Show resolve. And the message that ought to go to the Taliban is, we will finish you, we will beat you, we will win. We will never allow you to win. And we are not going anywhere till we defeat you. That is the message that should go to them. Instead of a message going that we are quitting in July 2011, we have to get our boys back, we have too many casualties. Now this is a weak message. It's very easy for them to buy this 1 year or 2 years of time when everyone quits, and then they have a good resurgence. And then also, what message are you sending to your supporters? All supporters. They must be thinking, what do we do when these people leave? Like in 1989. What do we do this time when they quit? Who do we deal with? Who should we take on our side? So it's totally wrong dynamics. We can win. I am fully convinced. We can certainly win with a proper strategy in place, with a unity of thought and action between all forces in Afghanistan, in Pakistan, the leadership, strategic level and tactical level. But one thing is sure, even if there may be somebody has a doubt on winning, nobody should have a doubt that we cannot lose. If we stay there, show resolve, there will be bomb blasts, there will be some odd casualties here and there, but we will never lose. We cannot lose.
Isn't Pakistan itself ambiguous towards the conflict in Afghanistan? Because we read all these stories about how there are two Talibans. There are Pakistani Taliban,
Yes.
who are a real problem to the Pakistani state, but then there are the Afghan Taliban, with whom you are sometimes charged, not you personally, but you, Pakistan, are charged with having a quite friendly relationship. In other words, to use a good old English phrase, that you hunt with the hounds and run with the hares on this, because, tell me if this is wrong, there is a geopolitical struggle going on between Pakistan and India for influence in Afghanistan, which is why you actually rather like the Afghan Taliban. Tell me I'm wrong.
You're absolutely wrong. This is a very complex situation. The first question that needs to be asked from any Pakistani commander, leader, president, prime minister, army chief, where do you stand vis-a-vis the Al-Qaeda and Taliban? The answer, 100% sure, they are against them. They would like to defeat them. Pakistan is facing 4 problems: Al-Qaeda, Taliban, Talibanization, spread of Taliban culture into settled districts, and extremism in our society, which spawns terrorism. And the linkages that extremists in some certain parts of Pakistan, using even our madrasas and mosques, developing linkages with the Taliban. Now, the issue is, why did this come about? It came about because of the militant culture that was introduced around. Firstly, because of this jihad in Afghanistan for 10 years, and then everyone quitting the place, its impact on Pakistan, 4 million refugees coming in, its impact on Pakistan, and then Kashmir freedom struggle starting. And Mujahideen groups from Pakistan, dozens of them, ready to go inside, volunteering, who don't even know how to handle weapons, but they're prepared to learn and go and fight the Indian army. Impact of that. So therefore, in one more thing that happened in Afghanistan, the fight against the Soviets was spearheaded by the religious militant groups. All the elites ran away. The elites of Afghanistan ran into West and United States. So it was spearheaded by religious militant groups. So religious militancy was all around Pakistan, and then it came into Pakistan.